Hello everybody, this is Sonya, and now I came in the room. I'm in Australia, and it's a really cold but sunny day or something like that. Anyway, so I've come in the room now today in my craft room because I wanted to do some bits and pieces, and then I decided I should start ironing. Well, put it this way, I'm not actually doing it for the ironing job because I'm not a very big fan of that, but I'm trying to get together some bits and pieces so I can work on a few things that I want to do. So these are what I've been collecting up, and then I put them into boxes. This is what I did while I was sorting out my craft room. These are all bits of doilies and hankies and things, like, because I've been picking up this sort of stuff for years now, and I just had it in boxes and I never did anything with it. So just a minute. Yeah, what, okay, good. He was just telling me what was in the mail. It was his seeds. That's good. Seeds for the garden. And so I'm just going through a few things to find bits and pieces what I want to use, but also I wanted to put them a bit together so I could find where things were. But look at these really nice pieces that you can get off the hankies and things. Look at that. That's off a hanky that is really, really old, and it's a tiny, it could be a little bit of petty point, maybe not, it could be, but it's very small. That's a very small, and there's that bit, and then I've got this piece here. Look at that. Now I'm going to show you a few things today. One thing, what I want to do is actually do one thing and finish it for you so you can see something each day instead of having to wait, for the rest of the thing. I did want to make some fabric belly bands, like for your journals, but I also wanted to use some stamps on some too. So I just wanted to put a few little bits and pieces together. I've got this beautiful little bird. Excuse me. There's a few marks on these, but it's okay. And plus I didn't really iron it that good, I suppose, so I've got the little iron going today, and I didn't probably really iron it as much as I would, but I'm thinking, I'm not going to use a lot of it anyway. If I put it onto anything, it'll just be something small as a little piece for, and then I have all these other little tiny bits here that I've got. Well, when I say little tiny bits, the fabric is very small, the stitches. So I'm thinking what I will do is I'll just use them as a sort of background and maybe put something else on there myself, just fill in that bit there, maybe make a flower around the outside of that. Actually, I can show you now how I can do that, because when you find an idea, you probably should get with it instead of leaving it. I better move this up to this end of the table, because I haven't done a lot of ironing, but I think that'll do me this morning. Well, this was really, really wrinkly, and I just wanted to straighten it out a bit. So I've got these pieces anyway. I can use a smaller bit, I think, to show you what I'm going to do with it. But then I want to do a few things with it. I'm going to use my stamps and that. So I think I showed you two before when I was showing you what I was collecting up, that I cut all these pieces here. I actually haven't cut some off, so I can just show you that was along the side of a hanky, but they're not being, like, they weren't used or anything, or doilies, these bits. So you just can cut them back really close to that line there, and then you can use them in your slow stitching. And look, this is a beautiful bit of tatting. Yeah, well, see, look, I've got two big containers full of these things, and it's just so gorgeous, and I can't, you get to the stage where you can't decide what am I going to use. But I will. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I've got another stamped piece here, and then I've also got this. So these are something that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those couple this morning, or I might even do a couple of stamps on something first and see what they look like. Okay, I love this. This is and this piece here. Too many good things and too many ideas. I think I get myself all tangled up in the whole lot, don't I? I get sidetracked right away. But what I wanted to do was to just get them together like that, and then probably put them in a cellophane bag and do have a container full of bags here. I might just put them one since I've got them all in a pile. I think I want a cellophane bag. Maybe a Ziploc one might be better. Should fit in there now that I find them out. This could probably do with a wipe over. This has been around since the year dot. This little, you know what? I'm going to blame my husband for that because he often gets bags out there too. He often gets bags out there to put seeds or something in. He doesn't think about washing hands first before he does that. Yeah, what have I done with him? Oh dear. Now I feel dirty. Oh dear. I'm going to put these in here. So if I do this, then I've got a sort of selection of what I've cut off some, especially if they've got all this stuff on them. Hey, that's awesome. I love that for slow stitching. I'm going to be really doing something with those for slow stitching. And these pieces here I've got off a really, really vintage piece from a baby dress or nightie or something. I've actually done some of this myself, so I have some of this myself, so I don't have to worry about destroying the really old ones. But that was all torn and everything anyway, so I didn't really worry too much about it, about cutting the rest of it, because it had big tears in it. And, you know, if I'm going to rescue it one day, I will be rescuing it. This here I love because I do love the openness of it, you know, and the little flowers on it. That's got a bit of a mark, but you know what, I can cut around that. I can deal with that easy enough. Okay, so I'm going to just sit that there for a second. I've got a bit of a space behind me because I was just working out this one, but let's put that back there just for a minute. Now this was getting wet because the water goes through it and it started to get a lump in it. So I thought, oh dear, better not keep spraying water on it. But anyhow, it's all good. Nobody worry. Nobody panic, Sonya. Nobody panic. Okay, more bits, but I will be picking them up. Don't you worry about that, because I can't handle now. I do not leave my stuff on the table anymore. I pick it up. And I'm a good girl, because I don't want to make a mess. And hubby come in and got down my now this is a birthday card that what's name sent me, that Pam sent me, and she told me that I'm supposed to put this bit down in there, right? Oh, sorry, see, that's how that goes. And I didn't realise that. I thought it was just up, but it doesn't. It goes down in there, so I can use this to do me crafting on. Okay, thank you, Pam. That's really cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you that. I'll find somewhere to put it. But I might have to do that later on because I might sit up there under my fan. Okay, so put that over there. Now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lay it down flat and I'm going to sit it in the cupboard here because I don't want to make myself a mess. Right here. Now, right. Back to this bit. Now, Sonya, in her wisdom, I think, has taken her... Where's that embroidery thread I had yesterday? Here it is. No, I didn't take it all out. I was taking some out to the lounge room because I was still doing a bit of work out there. Now, what you need to do with this is grab a needle, get some thread. So for people who can't or are not confident with their sewing, you know, with their embroidery ideas, you can... I wonder what this will do if I use that. This is going to scare me, that one. Come on, there's got to be something you can use. You haven't got time for mucking about. How about this? That'll be nice. Okay, I should be timing this. And I'm not. Oh, never mind. I'll make sure I'm gone from here in half hour. I wonder what on earth that is. Someone's got a squeal up. It couldn't possibly be somebody's brakes on their car, surely. Anyway, you never know. Right, So I'm lucky enough that I've got all these French knots. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little, I'm going to make around these French knots a lazy daisy stitch. Hang on. A big knot there, haven't we? Play it down a bit. So it's not so thick. You don't have to use a knot, it's up to you. Right, let's get a bit closer to the thing, to what we're doing here. Right, so you just go back in next to where you come up, and then you go back behind here, and you're going to just pull this down in a small way, not too far, like that. And I have a petal. And oh yeah, I'm so sorry, my stomach's making very bad growling noises. Haven't been well the last few days. I think it's my diverticulitis playing up on me. if it's out there sometimes, I think I've got it. It's ridiculous. I had it really bad years ago, a really long time ago. Really, really long time ago. And I don't think it's been never bothered me since until just lately. Anyway, so I've got some antibiotics. I might hopefully be a bit better. So we do this, see? We see what we're doing? And we're making these petals around these little spots. And then you've got a nice little yellow flower with pink spots in the middle. Now I might not do all of them because they'll be too close together. Or maybe we'll see what happens, eh? Anyhow, I think I'll go tomorrow and get my hair chopped off. I've got to make an appointment first, but they probably haven't got one. There's a whole heap of hairdressers in this town. The hairdressers and coffee shops we have and real estate agents. Stacks of them, of all sorts, of every one of them. You know, we're a very small place, but we've got all these hairdressers and all these coffee shops and a whole heap of real estate agents. And I go to the hairdressers. They've got about nine chairs sitting there. One person working, going, oh, I'm sorry, busy all day. Can't get in. There you go, because I suppose there's only one person there, but I suppose on days when they have things like Elvis and that, I suppose I better get a mouthful of water. I'm going to come over this way. I'll do these ones that are not even telling you about how to do this, am I? Look, you want to come up in the middle, just so you can see that somebody's done that, done the part with them. They could have did this on a stencil, because sometimes there used to be stencils on these serviette things or doilies, whatever they are. And I should have considered what I wanted to do with this after, because I told you I was going to show you what I do with the stuff that I buy from the craft shop, from the second-hand shops, but I haven't been shopping at second-hand shops, and that's okay. I've been into one and got very disappointed and very disheartened and very upset, because you could not even, unless you were 10 inches wide, you couldn't get through the place, because they've put their all their stands and things really, really close together. And people with prams and that can't get through either. I mean, it's not just me, because I'm on my scooter. You can't get a pram in there either, or a person if you're more than 10 inches wide. You know, because I suppose because the clothes are soft, they can push their way through them, but that's just not right. But anyway, bags on the floor all around all handbags and bags that you carry on your back and things like that, all sitting around the doorway at the in the doorway with the handles hanging across the floor, and baskets, washing baskets with wool and stuff in them. They're all over the floor. They're not in the shelves. They're not in anywhere, you know. And this is our vintage store, and I reckon they're disgraceful, because, And then if some poor person hurts himself, they're going to go say, oh, it was our fault, it was the person's fault, you know. They're not going to take the blame, I'll bet. And then, oh, I don't know, up our main street's really bad. They've got a lot of the cafes and that have got places outside where you can sit, have something to eat. For goodness sake, this town's only little. They don't need to have outdoor. We have outdoor dining. You think we were in France or somewhere. But the fact that there's a hotel in the town, you know, pub thing, hotel, big one, takes up it's in the main street. So they built out this pathway across out the front of the, bit wider than the road, you know, the normal where you walk down, and built out a bit wider. And they let them put chairs and that on there because there's a bit of a big goldie thing over the top of it, you know. And I'm going to take my GoPro up there one day and I'm going to show you, you know, with the silly things that the council do. Anyway, that was fair enough. And there was chairs under there. So next thing you know, they get these great big wooden tables with attached stool bits, you know, either side. And I'm talking big. They're over 6 foot wide. Long, probably 4 foot wide or whatever it takes for tabling some people. And they sat them on the pathway. So we got to go and creep up along the edge of the hotel, you know, with all this stuff down there. Not a soul sitting there. All they're doing is blocking it all for the people to walk around. And the one that's on the corner here, because there's a couple on the corners, they got all the chairs out all over where you got to walk. So you got to walk through the people having their food because there's no other way you can get past them unless you go out onto the road. And everybody's glaring at you like you're interrupting their lunch. It's the most ridiculous, worst set out town, I reckon, in that part, as far as the food services things go. Most of them are not open all the time, so that's not a bad thing, but, you know, that's just ridiculous. They're really got no idea how they're supposed to organise things. It's very dangerous for the public. We can't walk in our own street because, I don't walk, but I'm not just saying this for me because I ride my mobility scooter. There's heaps of people that have them, and there's heaps of people with prams and babies, and there's heaps of people who walk up the pathway, you know, and we want to be able to do that. It seems really, really stupid, doesn't it? What do you think about that? Does that look good? I think it does look very bright now, isn't it? Will I put one up there? I think so. I think I should do that one up there. I'll sneak through the back of here somehow. I'll sneak under here. Just take me cotton up behind that. I hope I'm going the right way. I might have made it a little bit heavier than I expected it to be because, you know, the rest of it's very light, isn't it? But I don't think it looks too bad. If I wanted to, I could just go and put a couple of beads about. You know, you got to think about all these things, and I might do that because that'll make it a little more jazzy, won't it? I can turn this into a belly band too. Or a pockets. Making pockets and belly bands with these things is a really good idea, I reckon. I'd enjoy doing things like that. I might make one out of this one so I can show you. Anyway, I wanted to make myself some curry today, but I don't know. Poor old tummy might not like that. I get sick of this. I said this other day, I get sick of deciding about food. Don't you want to eat? I had a really nice pork chop last night for tea. They're moisture infused and I don't know, and so they're really easy to, very nice and soft and easy to chew. And vegetables. Hubby's keeping us cooking really good. Always cooking. Something nice for tea. I say to him sometimes, we better not just have something small now. You know. But anyway, thank you to everybody for your well wishes for my birthday. So, Just had an idea when I seen that there. Got to make some more. Wait a minute, do a couple more first, and then we'll make a pocket out of this or a belly band. We'll have to see by the shape what we reckon. See by the shape of it what we think we should do with it. Sometimes I put my videos up through the day and sometimes I do them at night time. It just depends because I don't really, even though you might think I'm on the computer, I'm not, because I never really turn it off as far as shut it down, and it might come up that I'm on Facebook, but I'm not, because I only spend about half hour, a bit more of a morning on there and then a bit more of a night time before I go to bed. Because really, you know, I do watch a few videos though too, I forgot about that. So I just probably spend a little bit longer of a morning maybe, because if there's any new things up there that people that I've subscribed to or something new that I've found, I go and watch that. But I don't like to spend too much time on the computers. I like to do my craft work, and I do like to watch a good story on the telly and have a good story. I was watching Billy the Kid. It's not too bad. We were watching that. I haven't seen it for a few weeks because I can go and catch up with it later. But it's not too bad. Oh dear, I lined that and I've squashed it. Goodness me, Sonya. I guess it'll line again, won't it? Right, so we just come up through there. Okay. Put our piece of cotton around the knot. The knot, French knot. Actually, it might not be a French knot. It could be just two little stitches by the look of it. And I say French knot, but it could. Yes, it is. I was thinking I might have ironed it flat, but I haven't. There's actually little stitches over the top of one another. So what we're doing is we're getting 5 petals at least. Okay. I will show you my room. Don't be panicked, because I just want to make sure that I come in here and I start doing things and I don't think about, I've got to swap 2 of these shelves over and just put a few more names on things, and then I'll be fine and I can show it to you. Probably take a little while to do a tour, but that's okay, unless I show you a bit at a time. Anyway, I should have pulled that a bit tighter. Yeah, so, and I'm also in the process of trying to find myself a new dressing table for my room. Oh, they got heaps of them way away from me. You know, they look nice and don't cost too much, because I don't want to pay for a brand new one. I can't do that, but I want something that's just not too big and decent looking. I don't want to, because I'm getting the one out of my room at the weekend. Don't like it. It's a great big hoofing thing. Don't know what. I liked it at first, but then, you know, my room's only small, our bedroom, and it just takes up too much space. Okay. Right. I know you don't need much room because you're not only walking in there and going to bed, but I'm getting changed. Now, let me see. I want to make a reasonably straight line along down here. And then I'm going to better put some beads on. I might put a couple of beads on first, because that bin man is a bit slow. Put a few beads on, because I want to. I've got something in that. Nope, they're in here. See these back in their drawer. Look at that. You can just put them back in like that. Isn't that cool? There's my sticker pages there. Better put those about, right? And that's the box I'm going to use shortly. This is where the thing I've got for flowers, and some beads here. So I might have a pink one. And while I was doing my room, I nearly found all the containers that go in here. Wait a minute, I've got to look at it. You got to look at this upside down. You can't see through the top of it. It's really weird, but I can't see through the top. Pink. Over there, there's some. That might be a bit brighter. I'll use these here. They're nice pink ones, they're a bit of a hot pink colour. I've got a sign on that. I suppose I should put it back in there so you can see the sign. And the sign on my flower making thing and stuff there. And a bead needle. Throw a few beads on. Well, I brought you in when I was starting to iron because I thought, you know, crafting is not all necessarily crafting. You know, there's other bits we do too. You know, there's a bit of iron, like I said, a bit of ironing, getting things organised. And I'll have to look in here for a bead needle, probably. Look with you, with all these pins in here as well, but we can put those in something. Come here, I don't like you. That's one that threads right through the whole thing and I don't like it. Suppose I can use it today because I've only been here for a long time trying to find one. If I don't, can't even see one in here. Need to take that off there and get these out. I've got more. They mustn't be metal, they're not sticking to this. So this is one of them needles that you thread right through the inside of it, and I don't like that at all, see? I'll show you. A lot of you would have seen it and others may not, but see how it's open right down the centre. Come on. There you go, look. See, it's got a big eye. And then both ends are sharp. That's the reason why I don't really like it. I put these in the pin thing. I don't know what they're made out of, but it's obviously not. Oh, that's paper clips, right? Wrong dish. Pin dish. Right. Let's see if we've got more needles in here. But they have to be bead ones, don't they? Bead ones. No. I have 2 boxes of it, like that blue one I just had in my hand. I'm not watching what I'm doing. I'm looking around all over the place here. I'm not looking at what I'm doing here. There's another pin cushion on this table somewhere and it's got me. Here we go. Come here. Right, 11 bead needle. This is something I put over there to sort out and fix. Because if you pull it apart, you'll find there's more needles in here down in here than what I have in the room, probably. Because they all go down in the inside of you. Look at that. They all just pop out the edge when you press down. So you must be careful. Now, I can't believe I can't see a bead needle anywhere. Maybe I'm looking past them or something. That's a farther one, isn't it? Oh dear. See, they all slip down inside this. Even though I've got a piece of cardboard on the bottom, they'll still disappear through here. Sonya, I've just spotted the other thing. How many pin cushions does one person need? But it's good to have them close by, isn't it? Right, this thing is a bead needle. It's around the corner one. I can't believe I can't see those. They'll be in the drawer across the way though. Oh, these are really good, these magnetic things. They've got to go back in the drawer. It says, I'll have to do that for me when I'm finished with showing you what I'm going to do first. I don't mind using a different colour. Do I have a box of cottons here somewhere that I put? I can't remember if I had that colour though. I must have just put out cream ones. Yep, they are. I'll have this one, please. This will do me. I'm not watching me time, and I will have time to show you what sort of thing we're going to do with these things. I'll get one of those out of that box too there in a minute. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So I haven't been having my afternoon nap since my birthday. I haven't done any napping. I didn't nap on my birthday because we had my daughter and that was here, so we had we stayed, didn't go and have our nap, and haven't had one since, and slept really good of a night time. Except for some little upsets, but I'm being all right. I've got to get this through this hole. Let's use the needle threader just for something different. What do you reckon? I know I've got it here somewhere. I put it here. Remember I had all them things, like, there it is. Come here. Oh, it's underneath something, is it? Oh no. Here we are. Right. Needle threader. Isn't that awesome? Yep, surely is. Right. Yeah, so I'm working on a small journal. Actually, I'm working on more than one, aren't I? I've done it, I'm fleeing around all over the place. But I think I'd rather put that back in there, Sonia. I'd rather do bits and pieces, but I think I might have to start showing you the full story, so you can get something done. But if you collect up all your bits, go and find yourself some bits of the, if it's got holes or, the doilies or the hankies or anything. But see, I've found a real lot of hankies that people have bought and put in their drawers or whatever, and they're still in the boxes. Sometimes they have a little bit of rusty tarnish thing on them, and you just cut that off, and they've got a nice bit of embroidery on it, so it's, worthwhile going and having a look for them, because they don't charge you very much for them, or usually they don't. Now I've got myself in a tangled mess. I won't buy any more for a while unless they're outrageous. I don't know what that means, but, because I don't need them, do I? I've got to try and sew all this stuff together. In this lifetime, I'm hoping to get something done with a lot of it. I will be putting some things up on me Etsy. All I've got to do is get myself around to it. I've got stuff ready, but I've just got to get around to it. It's a big job for me, and I shouldn't make it be like that, but... Oh, yeah. And I've got too much cotton on this. Way too much cotton, It's just... I'm sewing on a few little beads, and I've got enough string here to... Oh, dear. Where are you? Come here. I'm going to cut some of that off there. We'll get some of that off there. That's good. Now, did I cut it? What the heck? Ouch. No, I stabbed myself instead. Wonder what I cut. Thin air. Now, this is really round the corner of this needle because I didn't buy it like that. It goes like that because your hand is warm and it just bends as you're using it. If I could bend it back the other way, I probably would, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm still doing... Oh, come here. Catch your bead after you come up through the bottom and then get back down in there. And if you could see what I was doing with my hands, went in the road and pull that down. And you can go through there twice if you want to, but if you're sewing it pretty good and you're keeping it, reasonably taut, when you pull that through, see, it's good, it's tight. And then put the next one in. You can still see the little pink pieces. And if you wanted to, if you had something in this sort of ways, whatever, something that looked like this would have these here, you could fill that. You could fill in the leaves as well if you wanted to. It would be look really nice if you filled in the leaves. I'm actually going to put a bead over one of the middle ones of these things too, because I want it to show a bit of there's something. There we go. And if you want to do more sewing, which I don't really need to, do more embroidery on it, you could just do these I could just do those pink ones, but I think I'm going to leave them like that because I don't mind it being a bit in the background sort of thing. You know, these a bit down there. They look all right. Okay. Pick up your bead, go through the back. I've got 2 pieces of it. I don't know if I said this yesterday, but our vet's closed down. We don't have a vet now in the town. That's bad. And they said they were gone for good. It says a big note on the door that says they're gone. Everything's closing down. Yeah, it's not good. It's a hub for people to come here to drive out the road, go around the outside of the town. They're doing where there's the trains go out through there and the trucks will go out that way and all that sort of thing, go around the town, and we've got nothing in the town. They're taking everybody around the outside of it. It doesn't matter too much because if you go up the town, you'd be up there for ages because of the traffic. I'm going to do a line. And I'm going to cut along it. Now this is sort of still cut on the bias a bit. I only want this part anyway. I don't want to make it too big, because my my journals are usually about 7 inches. So this is going to be part of my belly band. That bit there's not straight enough. We need a piece of this other one that I showed you before that's straight. Oh, this is offered. There's a piece of it here that's, I don't know, yeah, this has got the birds on it. This is straight enough, this, isn't it? No, it's not. Anyway, in a minute we'll understand what we're talking about here. I'm sorry. Put these pieces back in, Sonya. Alright. Okay, so we're going to cut really close to this here. But don't cut your cotton if you can help it. Be careful. Oops, didn't get close enough that bit. This scissors are a bit big. I don't know, there must be a medium-sized pair out there somewhere I can buy. I've got different sizes. This one here, I don't know if this will cut very good because I've got a bit of glue on. That's a bit better. Only thing is, when they get smaller, my fingers don't fit in there comfortably, and I have a habit of squishing them. Okay, so that's going to go there, I reckon. Oh, this person next door needs a good slap. He needs to learn how to drive the car. He comes in there and he visits. Very nice what you said, sorry about that. But he comes in there and he gets on the yard. He's only a visitor, he doesn't live there. And then he can't get out. He can't back himself out. He wants to back out and he hasn't got the hang of it yet. I don't know where he got his licence from. It's very unnerving. Now, I'm hoping that this is not going to fray. I don't know if it will, because it's I don't think I want to sew it. I think I'm just going to glue that on there. But do I want that on there though? That's not quite what I had in mind, I don't think. I just got to, because I need I need something to back it, because I don't want it to be just out there in the middle of nowhere. I need a backing page of some sort. Something to put behind it. Need something that's not too... that's part of a book, isn't it? You can't use that, can you? It's part of something you've already made there. I'm just looking in this packet of stuff that I was planning on working in a minute to find a piece of paper that I'm happy to put behind there. That's not, I've got this bit, but those envelopes, they might be envelopes, are they? Not too keen on the colour of that. Just give me a second till I get in here. This box is, I feel, that full, you can't even get it out of the cupboard. Got it. Okay. I'll use a bit of this parchment paper. That would be nice. Put it on that. Good colour. I think this is a really good colour. I like the colour. Go back in there. Amazing. Do this, get things out and they won't fit back in. I'm just going to shift this over a bit for a minute. And where's my ruler gone to? Here. Put that. I want this bit to go on there. I think it's too small to use as a belly band, because I really would use a bit more on there. So maybe I might use this for a pocket. What do you reckon? I think I might use that for the top of a pocket. So that's what we're going to do with that. I hope I can tear this straight or cut it straight or whatever I want to do straight. I hope it gets straight. Whatever I'm doing needs to be straight, Sonya. Ish. Anyway, you can have a change of heart. You really can. It's allowed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can see what I'm doing. I'm hoping you're okay with it for a minute till I do it. I don't know. I've got the cutting out thing there next to me. I could guillotine. I probably could have used that. Now I can do something with it on here, I think, or maybe not. Maybe I'm not impressed with that. I'm sorry. I might use that as a piece in it. How about slow stitching? How about using that in your slow stitching? Okay, so that's what we can do with that. We can use that in our slow stitching. This one, but I do want to use on here. I do want to put that on there, and I'm not going to colour it in. The journal I am working on is over here, one of them. Right, I put a belly band in here the other day, didn't I? I did. If you do this, you're going to have to put something exciting around it. So let's work on the sighting thing too. There's a wide belly band, but that doesn't matter, because these things I think you need to be a bit wide, so you can actually move that. They need to be a bit wide so you can put stuff underneath it and it'll stay there. You don't want it slipping out from under there, do you? I'm going to use this again. I'm going to tear this again. I do like the idea of having these lines underneath here so I can get things straight, eh? Cool. And the bright pink ruler comes in handy. You can't miss that. But I'm trying to put it back where I got it from. Okay, so let's make this belly band with the lady, and probably would have been a good idea if I just showed you how to stamp that, but I'm sure we can do that anyway. I'm sure you'll be able to stamp it. Do I need that there, or would I like to put something like this on there? No, I don't think so. Let's just have a little tiny look at what we would do with it. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking I might have to put a piece of... suppose when I get this one finished, I might do a few on... Oh, yeah, I've got to finish that. Oh, dear, I didn't finish it. Should have done. I've only got a minute or two now. I've been fiddling about with this. That might have to cut more off that. Could put that there. Do like this. Wow. Oh my goodness, here. Put that on there. The lady over the top. And it's not going to be easy, but it will look nice. Oh yes, it will look nice. And it's long enough too. It's the right length and everything. Let me see, where's a bit of a glue stick? A bit of a glue stick. I want a whole one, not a bit of one. I want all of a glue stick. Oh, this is confusing, isn't it? I always try to get the wrong end off here. Not very sticky. It doesn't seem to be anyway. Oh, get it started and you'll be right. Look at that. Don't get it on your mat. I suppose it washes off, doesn't it? I'm going to have to put a bit on because that gauzy stuff has got, well, you can see it's got holes in it. See that? Now I'm going to make sure that I put it on here. Oops. Oh, I'm going to cover it right up the middle. I'm going to cover that right up the middle. And this thing. This thing is what if you want to put a face mask on, that's what that's for. It will stick, I promise you, it will stick. I've been known to do that in the past and it has stuck down. But this one I'm going to, and I didn't realise this had all this writing on the back of it, but I don't think it matters. I'm going to put this on, come on, out of there. Should have frayed this end first, shouldn't I? You can put whatever pictures you like on yours. I mean, this probably won't be the only thing I put on it. I'll probably put something else on here too. I think I'd like some sort of floral thing or something on there. Rightio. I'm going to cut this off. I'm just going to go really rough around the outside first, so then I can get it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Really nice this, isn't it? It's got a little sparkly thing in it. Yeah, see, that's not got a lot of... If I go around the edge with a bit of this, it's bound to stick to something. What do you reckon? It's bound to stick to something. Well, this is supposed to be junk journals. I'm using a bit of old stuff here. I'm sorry about that if it's going to be balking you, but I can see that there's that black behind there, but I can still say that I'd leave it like it is. It's what I wanted. I want it on there, unless I was pointing it out particularly. See up there? And it's okay, because I just wanted it to be like that, and if I go changing my mind, I don't think I will. We'll see what it's like. Not cut really marvellously, is it, Sonya? really good up there. Anyway, I do know that I have that lady somewhere here. I was going to change it, but maybe they're in a different place, because I do have a couple of different places where I have my stamps now, because I don't have enough room in the one space. They're in a box somewhere. It's okay. I'm going to leave that like it is. I'm sure I will leave it like it is, because it's not too bad. Look, it's just a shadow behind her, isn't it? You could probably go over that with some sort of a marker if you wanted to, but I don't think I do. I think I might leave it. You know, there could just be a shadow behind the lady. That way. I don't know, let's put it here. No, let's put it here, because that way then you can write over there. Okay? So we need to cut this a bit straighter than that, because it's not good. And then I'll better let yous go. So I want to cut that a bit better. Because maybe I think it is just a tiny bit too wide. And cut really badly, Sonya, isn't it? I do things sideways. I don't know why I do things sideways, but I do. Ah, well. This will have to be a craft with me. Okay. Because I haven't really done anything particular. I did a part piece of that bit and a part of this bit. But I like a belly band. But I wanted to put a pocket in it. Oh, dear.